Now, a story you'll see only on Eyewitness News. Autism is a devastating diagnosis, but there are a growing number of resources available for children through both the medical community and school.
But what happens when those kids grow up? Tonight, we're sitting down with a Pawtucket couple who have 2 adult sons on the spectrum.
Years ago, they came up with a plan to help transition both boys into adulthood, and they're urging others to do the same.
Eyewitness News reporter Patrick Little joins us now with the story of their road to independence.
Parents of children with autism face a long and challenging journey that lasts a lifetime. We met a local husband and wife with 2 autistic sons who made it their mission to help the boys grow into men with a sense of independence. In 1992, Claudia and Mike Swader had 3 children under the age of 6. Krista, the firstborn, and their 2 sons, Adam and Matt, both diagnosed with autism.
I don't know who I cried for more those first few days. Adam, Matt, Krista, who, sorry for being born into the family kid, but welcome to the world, or the 2 of us for having lost what we thought was going to be our American dream of a happy little family of 5.
They were young parents just starting their family, already facing tough decisions about their sons' futures.
And I remember sitting there crying one day thinking, oh my God, the only way I'm going to solve this, because I can't trust just anybody with Adam and Matt, is one day I will have to kill them, then kill myself, and hope to God Krista understands why I did this. And now I sit there and go, God, Claude, that was ridiculous, you know. But back then, you're talking now 20 years ago, that I thought that was my solution.
How long can they live here?
They can live here for the rest of their lives. This is going to be their forever home.
Now they're no longer alone. Since 2009, Adam and Matt, now 30 and 28 years old, have lived in this group home in Johnston with 3 other autistic men and 24-hour help.
Well, the staff is usually in charge of cooking, but they do have the 5 boys help. They do make their own lunches.
A Providence agency that supports adults with developmental disabilities, the Groden Network, purchased the 5-bedroom home in 2009.
What do the neighbors think of this?
It was very difficult in the beginning. They kind of connotated group home with like a halfway house for drug addicts. So the center went around and knocked on doors. It's not what you think. And literally, they have been treated very well since they came here.
8 years later, the Swaders say they're grateful they took the time to plan ahead.
Don't wake up on the day your child turns 21 and think, I can't handle it anymore. I need to get them into adult placement. That's going to be too late.
I have dreams for my sons, too.
Right.
The dreams might not be they're going to be coming home with a nice girl and getting married and having grandchildren, but I still have dreams for my sons, and there's a lot that I hope for them for in the future.
The Rhode Island Department of Behavioral Health Care, Developmental Disabilities, and Hospitals recommends that families reach out to their social caseworker to properly plan for their child's future. And if they're looking at residential options, parents should speak to multiple providers. We have a list of licensed agencies on our website, WPRI.com. I'm Patrick Little, Eyewitness News.
Now, the road to independence. Tonight, we're taking a closer look at the transition to adulthood for people with autism and their families.
At 5, we introduced you to a Pawtucket couple who has 2 sons on the spectrum who live in a group home in Johnston. New at 6, how many of these facilities are licensed in Rhode Island and a new type of living arrangement.
Eyewitness News reporter Patrick Little is here now with the story you'll see only on Eyewitness News.
For almost 3 decades, Claudia and Mike Swader of Pawtucket have been the voices for 2 of their 3 children that can't speak for themselves. They faced many challenges over the years, including what to do with the boys when they became men.
They said, I'm sorry, you'll be lucky if he can bag groceries when he grows up. And I remember looking at Mike going, oh my God. And then they said, please don't have more children. It repeats in male siblings. And Matthew was at home, not even a year old.
It was 1990. Claudia and Mike Swader's firstborn daughter, Krista, was starting kindergarten when their second child, Adam, was diagnosed with autism. Less than 2 years later, they learned that it did repeat in his younger brother, Matthew.
This is where the guys spend most of their time.
The Groden Network, a Providence agency that supports adults with developmental disabilities, bought this group home 8 years ago. Adam and Matt, now 30 and 28, live here with 3 other men with autism and full-time care.
Where do you see your sons in the future? I always answered, happy, healthy, well cared for. And I've got what I asked for.
But only after years of doctor's visits, hospital stays, tears, and pleading with local lawmakers for help.
I think this state is finally coming to the grips that this isn't going to go away. I remember testifying, we warned them when the boys were 18. Our boys are your tip of your iceberg.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, autism now affects 1 in every 68 births.
I think the government is aware, but I don't think that they're prepared.
Brian Holt is the Associate Director of the Cove Center's Day Program, which is part of the Groton Network. The Cove Center is one of 36 agencies licensed by the state to provide support and services to people with developmental disabilities.
There's certainly more and more children who are coming through special education programs, who are about to reach adulthood, who are going to need not only day program services, employment services, but residential supports.
According to the Rhode Island Department of Behavioral Health Care, Developmental Disabilities and Hospitals, more than 1,200 adults live in 313 group homes. There's also another option.
The state of Rhode Island is encouraging people to go into the shared living program as opposed to group homes because, A, they are more natural community integrated environments, but also because they're less expensive.
Holt says a shared living arrangement is similar to a foster home setting where the service provider lives in the home. Now, Claudia and Mike hope that their story motivates other parents to start planning early. Their oldest child, Krista, recently got married. They say that they're looking forward to the day that Matthew and Adam become uncles. I'm Patrick Little, Eyewitness News.